August 14th. Streets bleed green and white. You hear the words, Pakistan Zindabad. August 15th. Streets bleed green and white and orange. You hear the words, Jai Hind. In 1947, trains bleed red and red and red. You hear the words, Jai Hind. You hear the words, Pakistan Zindabad. On 11th of August, 1947, Muhammad Ali Jinnah told us, you are free. You are free to go to your mosques, you are free to go to your temples, or to any other place of worship in the state of Pakistan. Jawaharlal Nehru, on 14th August, told a nation that on the stroke of midnight, they would awake to life and freedom. The year of 1947 for South Asia can largely be defined by the desire for freedom. And yet, this freedom was something in itself which was largely undefined. This freedom was hazy. It was imagined. It did not know its own borders. This freedom would not have recognized itself. And my argument tonight is primarily historical, and I will leave the intricacies of current political dynamics to our guest speakers, who I am sure better versed than me on this. But I will urge you to consider the borders that are still disputed in Kashmir. 3 wars have been fought over Kashmir post-partition. Consider how we became the pawns of America and the USSR in the Cold War. Consider how we feel about the deep-rooted animosities that still plague India and Pakistan. Let's talk about Jinnah for a minute, the founder and first Governor General of Pakistan. Jinnah's idea and vision for Pakistan was not a terrible thing. I think it is often overlooked by mainstream narratives what Pakistan actually meant to the people in 1947. And it did not necessarily mean the territorial borders that we recognize today. Pakistan and Swaraj were words that were hanging in the air. For some, it meant freedom of religious practice. It meant Muslim representation. It meant a Muslim denomination in a centralized post-Raj government. It meant balance. In 1946, the cabinet mission proposed a complex plan to Congress and the Muslim League. In essence, they presented a 3-tiered federation government, which gave the League the spirit of Pakistan, as historian Yasmin Khan calls it. And this plan was agreed to by both parties. And for many Muslims, it was enough.